Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
Good morning, with Shappers. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Welcome back to another episode of
We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. And you're listening to it. We got to work on that part.
No, for real. Wait, I'm just noticing we're both wearing white pants and we were clanking coffee over them.
That's all good.
That's
I'm not worried.
Dangerous.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh my gosh, are we kind of like dangerous?
I've been dangerous, baby. I was born dangerous. No.
Good morning, honey.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. I learned something new about you today.
Did you?
Or shall I say I noticed something new about you today.
You noticed something new about me. What did you notice that was new?
When you wake up, you don't need like a buffer. You just jump up. You just jump out of bed.
Yeah, this morning you asked me if I was okay.
Yeah, like...
Is that what you asked me? Are you good?
You open your eyes and then you just shoot up and turn like your feet off the bed.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen, but it happens often.
It's just I'm just robotic in that sense. Like I've just done that for so long, you know. Like we were talking, I was kind of talking about telling you a little bit about this morning when you brought up in the kitchen briefly. Yeah. And then I thought about it and I was just like, things like that, it doesn't even register. It's just like light on, up, and I know that I have a job. Like I know I have a job to go do.
Gosh.
Or like I know that
That's how serious he takes us with Shappers.
Yeah. Like I just wake up and I'm like, I gotta go make coffee. I gotta go set up the podcast equipment. I gotta go get the set ready.
Yeah. We're so behind schedule today though.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's whatevs.
It is what it is. But yeah, I just kind of jump up and get to it. You do a little bit more of the role. I did.
Yeah.
I didn't learn anything new about you this morning.
But yeah, no, if it's like a workout, I can jump up.
Yeah.
But something like this where I have to talk and like be on or like prepare.
Yeah.
I like to have a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If not more. I've been really wanting to wake up and start reading my Bible like as soon as I wake up and not look at my phone.
Yeah.
But I'll open it and I literally am like, I can't keep my eyes open. I think my brain is so trained about the blue light. Like I think my brain, like, I don't feel like I ever really truly wake up until my eyes see blue light.
Really?
Isn't that sad?
Yeah. I mean, they say that's why I tell you not to wake up and look at your phone, or if like in the middle of the night they tell you to put it away from your bed, because as soon as you open it up, your brain registers it and says, "Oh, I need to turn on."
Yep, exactly. Maybe we should start doing the leave your phone in the kitchen thing. Yeah.
What would we do for an alarm?
We need to get an alarm clock. I'm serious. We've talked about these? I think the Hatch things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we bought a standalone home phone. Remember?
Yeah, but we never
got the line for the house. Yeah.
But the Hatch is really cool. It like gradually wakes you up.
Yeah.
Because right now I have music playing, and my body and brain has now adjusted to the music, and I just dance in my sleep. You know? Yeah. It's really no good. You know, also, I realized we don't have to wear our headphones. It would still record our voice.
Yeah. But I like that.
We just wouldn't be able to hear it.
We wouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Yes and no. We don't have a production team behind the camera monitoring our audio level. So. But
today's gonna be a good show. I can feel it.
I do too. I do feel it.
We're matching. Whoops.
Do you see me walk out of the room and go, "That's an interesting color combination"?
No, I actually did. I actually did try to match you today because you put such an interesting combo on that like I couldn't wear just anything. We would have clashed. So
This is an interesting combo. This is like a ivory cream and green and red. That's not interesting.
Are you noticing how much I'm matching you now?
No,
I was like, what do I have in my closet that's pink and green?
I had noticed. I had noticed, but it was like I wasn't gonna draw attention to it because honestly doesn't bother me. I think it's cute.
It
I love
doesn't?
I love the
Today doesn't. But
no, because I love the outfit.
okay, but typically when
Typically
when I match you.
No, it bothers me when like I'm wearing a solid yellow shirt and then you bust out a solid yellow shirt of a different shade and we look like two banana peels walking up the street. That's what
I'm telling the truth when I say
me.
I did not try to match you that day. 9 times out of 10.
We look like two big
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies.
Not Teletubbies. It's Teletubbies. Teletubbies. Speaking of, I almost was a Teletubby for Halloween one year, and there's a photo. Someone I know has a photo of me in a yellow Teletubby.
What?
A costume. No, there's a
Somebody?
costume. Like a friend.
Yeah.
There's a costume rental place here in Nashville, and they have huge Teletubby costumes. And I was going to wear it, but I was afraid I was going to sweat all night.
Well, you would have. I was a big Care Bear one year.
Honey.
Interesting story. So in Israel, you remember I told you that they don't celebrate Halloween. Well, they don't celebrate Halloween, but they do
a different form
in March called Purim.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it's just like whole city shuts down, these big costume shops. So Halloween, these massive costume shops open up. And so me and E went to a place in Ashdod, which is like the port city in Israel. So all of the goods, everything comes through there. But they had this massive Halloween shop down by the water, and I got a Care Bear. Massive Care Bear. It was big green Care Bear. Yeah. And it was one of the best nights ever. I mean, it was hilarious.
If I saw you at the club wearing a Care Bear costume, like I would have lost my mind.
Walking up and down the street in a Care Bear costume at 6'9". I mean, it was just everybody either stops you, people just run up and just hug you.
Like the greatest like thing ever, right? Like you were like, I am it
for about the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, once, because you can't see from behind. You got these two holes, and people just walk up behind you, just bow, just hit you across the head. Yeah.
Oh, I think you meant slap your booty.
Well, that too. I mean, I couldn't even walk. I walked in like one like little bar off a side street. We were hanging out, and I mean, I just got accosted. I was like, yeah, we gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
who were they?
It's a great question. I couldn't see. It was. I mean, it was 10 o'clock at night.
Like other ladies that are married. Why does this make me jealous? Why does it make me jealous?
18 years ago.
I saw our friends that got married the weekend before us last year. They just did a little like shoot together. They just took some new pictures.
Yeah.
And it made me want to take new pictures.
Oh, let's do it.
Because I was just thinking, like, we're going to get old so fast. We're going to start wrinkling up. You know? So I want to, like, really capture our youth.
I mean, I'm down to do it. I mean, you're 26. You got a lot of time. You are.
Not if you start putting chillins in me. Things are going to progress quickly. Hold on, let me sip my coffee that you made me.
Tell me how it is this morning. Let me get a rating.
I mean, it tastes like drip coffee with whole milk in it. By the way, we got whole milk yesterday for the Cafe Du Monde.
Yes.
To make it really yummy, we would need to put some sugar in it.
I did put sugar in it.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't want to put sugar in it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I literally did a pinch. I went.
Oh, no, yeah, you would need like 2 spoonfuls.
Yeah, I just did a pinch of sugar.
Okay. I just like, after the crumble cookies I made last night, the sugar is like.
All right. First of all, let me talk about, I was about to bring this up real quick. Lacey, I've been begging Lacey to get crumble cookies, and like, you know, $16 for 4 cookies is pretty insane. Like it is.
We're in a recession. We can't spend $25 on cookies and their delivery.
Correct. And I love crumble cookies, and I love trying the new flavors.
Yeah.
I think the one that they had that was probably my favorite. It was either pink lemonade or
that's what I tried to make.
Blueberry crumble. So Lacey yesterday surprised me after dinner and made crumble cookie. Looked at the recipe and made them yesterday evening, and they were fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, like she made the frosting from scratch. She made the cookies from scratch, and I mean a 10 out of 10.
I don't know. I think it's an 8 out of 10 because
you burned the bottom of the.
I didn't burn the bottom.
Well, not burn the bottom, but
the thing about crumble is that they are basically still not cooked all the way through. Is what they feel like.
Yeah, but sometimes that makes me a little bit nauseous in a sense, like because I can only if you notice, I'll only take half of those, take it upstairs, and then eat it, and then maybe come back the next day. Yeah. This I could eat in one sitting.
Okay, I do want to try it again and do it for 11 minutes. Yeah. These I cooked for 16, 17 minutes.
Yeah, they were fire. They were absolutely fire. But I got some ideas for mixing up. Now I know that you can make them.
And even think about the milkshake and stuff. You've been wanting these sweet treats, and you want to order them in, and we've made them, and they're not obviously store quality, but they're good enough. They scratch the itch.
You might be able to have a cookie business at some point.
Oh, relax.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Always wanted to have a bakery one day.
Yeah. Nah, but you'd kill it. You'd kill it at the bakery. I'd be your number one customer.
Yeah, it's my dream to have our kids in school age, and me be able to go, they go to school and me go to the bakery and bake all day and then go get them. But
yeah,
anywho,
interesting enough, you saw this morning. I saw this yesterday evening on Twitter. And I want to get your thoughts on this because I know you've followed these people for some time, and I've seen them from afar. Selena Gomez unfollowing Zayn Malik, Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid. She might have followed Gigi Hadid baby at this point.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
What happened?
I don't know.
Do you know? Because I saw somebody talk about it on Twitter. And I was like, that's weird. But I kept scrolling. And I was like, damn, Selena got beef with everybody.
I don't know. I feel like Zayn could be a tad bit toxic. So,
he dating her?
They were dating in March. Apparently, they were rumored to be dating. So, I don't know. I feel like, obviously, Gigi and him have a child together. That whole... Yeah,
but Gigi was messing with Leonardo DiCaprio. So, she can't get mad. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
No, I don't think she got mad. I'm just saying, she's obviously, a part of that dynamic somehow. Maybe Selena just decided she doesn't want to be a stepmom.
Yeah.
To Gigi's baby.
That's true.
But why did she unfollow Zendaya? She
unfollowed Zendaya? Oh man, come on. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why you unfollow Zendaya? What Zendaya do?
Exactly.
Damn.
Maybe that was unrelated. Maybe she just wasn't digging her Insta stories lately.
I feel like didn't Zendaya just I just seen something about Zendaya had a new show or something come out, and people were kind of all I saw was this screen grab, and I was like, what's Zendaya doing?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it off the podcast. It's not necessarily, it's PG-13 what I'm gonna say. So
oh yeah, no, I'm good. So yeah, Selena unfollowing people, going rogue, and you said Steph Curry's gonna have a documentary.
Steph Curry got a documentary coming out on Apple TV that I will be watching called Underrated, and it looks from before you made me turn the volume off. I saw you're watching something else.
I saw a TikTok where they were like, "This is how Steph Curry walks in the what is it, the tunnel every time." He's like,
yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, well, it was was it a dude? It was a white dude wearing a jersey. Yeah. And
he had something in his mouth, and he's twitching and
yeah, he's hilarious. I don't know how that they that. How much practice does that take for you to figure out how to walk like Steph Curry and then film it? Because to me my brain would even register how Steph Curry walks, and then be oh, I'm actually doing it well.
Right now.
All right, do it behind us on that thing right here. Do it.
I can't.
You said
this is a podcast. But maybe I'll do it on our stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. That'd be hilarious. Actually, I'd love that.
I can do that.
Yeah. Ooh, no, we'll do a TikTok.
Oh gosh, why is TikTok so hard? We got to get on TikTok. Will you run the TikTok?
I can run TikTok.
Okay, because I'm exhausted by it.
Okay.
Anywho, well, let's jump into our first little story.
You jump into it because I'm not even sure who Shorty is.
Yeah, no, me neither. Really,
I just want to see I remember sorry to cut you off. I'm watching Bachelorette, and I remember watching Bachelorette long time ago, and when they first started doing the intros and people pull up in cars and pull up with dogs.
They're still doing that.
Juggling. Yeah.
I feel really torn about our first topic, which is The Bachelorette. It aired last night.
Why do you feel torn about it?
Well, I'll tell you. Basically, I stopped watching The Bachelorette, I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
What?
2016, 2015.
2015, 2016.
Dang, that's a long time ago. 8 years.
Shit, I graduated from college in 2013.
Okay, why are you just choosing to age yourself?
I'm just saying. You're saying 2015, 2016.
You know what's crazy is I graduated high school in 2013.
Graduation buddies.
Yay, lit. Anywho, so I watched it like the rest of America 8 years ago.
Yeah, he was tapped in.
And I wouldn't say I was like locked in every Monday, like whatever, but I kept up with it until my sweet ex-boyfriend cheated on me with a girl from The Bachelor that ended up becoming The Bachelorette.
Shout out.
And from that point on, it just didn't have the same charm to me. I found out about it before her season of being The Bachelorette aired. So I found out, and then I had to watch her become one of the most famous chicks in the country.
That is absolutely insane.
And couldn't say anything.
Yeah,
I guess I could have, but that's just like not my vibe.
Yeah, it's just not your vibe, because this is the other thing too. Social media was popping back then, but it wasn't really.
It was Twitter.
Or Twitter. So yeah, that's the thing, is that Twitter at that point in time was the best or biggest social media app.
Yeah.
Somebody else in your position, and this speaks a lot to your character and who you are as a person, and why obviously I wanted to marry you, is because you just are.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it just speaks a lot about you, because a lot of people in that position, given that ammunition, I mean, let's talk about the Calpo sister and
oh yeah, shoot.
And
this is juicy.
Yeah, and Braxton, and what and how you educated me on that last night. I went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You could have been on that type of timing and really messed a lot of things up. And it sounds like, like that would have been detrimental
information.
information.
Tweet like something passive aggressive, like just found out I've been being cheated on for the last 2 years.
That's crazy.
But it was more than just her. So it just
she was a part of the group, but I mean, but that's the thing is that somebody can do that. All the other people, you're like, okay, whatever. But you're like, this person right here about to go on national television, look for the love of her life, and she was just with
acting up
when
she
So was she really looking for
no
hubby?
And
crazy.
I don't know. I think there's like an element of you're embarrassed because it's your man. And why draw more attention to you? Then you just look like the loser.
A lot of people would have set that house on fire.
Oh, I did crazy things, but like
a lot of people would. I mean, I'm just saying.
Saved myself like jail time, but
yeah.
So that was intense.
Damn,
so
that's crazy.
So long story short, I haven't watched the show until our friend Victoria was on Bachelor in Paradise, and like I've met so many people from The Bachelor and Bachelorette moved to Nashville. Don't know why.
I was gonna say, why do you think that is?
But it's happened over the last like 5 years. I think it's just like a cheaper, like more low key LA, honestly.
Yeah, I think Nashville too is just like, for whatever reason, like I just found out yesterday, some guy that I've known that hoops, lives across town. He's played in the NBA, whatever, but he lives here. I was like, they're like, hey, he lived here for like 5-6 years, and I was like, I think it was a really well kept secret. And then obviously during COVID and stuff, when the city didn't shut down, and obviously things have been booming here. It's just it's just a great, honestly, it's just a great city. Like if you are young, single, to me, you can go direct to LA, you can go direct to New York, you can go direct to Miami. Yep. I mean,
and you can buy a house in your 20s, like, exactly. Or you could have 2 years ago.
I mean,
but it was affordable. These people are just now starting to make money from their newfound career. It was like a good way for them to invest into properties and things like that.
They're making a killing. If they were 5-6 years ago, you're making a killing now.
Yeah. So I've just met I wouldn't say tons, but quite a few people that have gone on that journey of that show organically, whether through Bible study, mutual friends, my music, whatever it is. And V was one of them I met through Bible study. And she went on Bachelor in Paradise, and so we were like, oh, we gotta watch. So that was the first time that we watched the franchise since my heartbreak.
I'm weak.
My heartbreak was way bigger than her, but anyways, way bigger than the old Bachelorette that cheated. But
yeah, that's wild.
But anyway, so now I don't know, like I'm married, I'm moved on, you know, we like, warmed up with Bachelor in Paradise. I feel like I can handle it now.
Yeah.
But can I share my grievances with the show as a whole?
I mean, this is a safe space.
Thank you,
safe place.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm down, you know, I'm down. Anybody got to walk through that door got to see me first. So somebody got something to say, you know, it is what it is.
Honestly, was just the hottest thing ever. No, basically, I think I came to this realization once I had been cheated on. Mm-hmm. The idea of 25 people fighting for one person felt so like just dirty to me. Mm-hmm. Like seeing them all kiss one another, seeing them like these people are put through such a mental like I don't know, just I mean, it's horrific experience.
I mean, yeah.
No, it's seriously.
But you know what you're signing up for going on the show as well. So it's not like. I know,
but it's for me. It's maybe less about the people that sign up to do it. It's more about America watching it and condoning one person dating 25 people.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the part that was a struggle for me.
Yeah, I mean, and I think too is we've obviously, like you said, we've been able to interact and become friends with some of these people. So I guess the back end of what we hear about all of that. I mean, it is they are going on a show. It is like every other show. It is produced.
I know they have a choice. I'm saying the whole concept as a whole, I feel like is just a bummer. But it makes me sad.
Can I be
for like the young girls watching? Because then it makes them feel like they have to compete with their besties for a guy that they all like. Like it plants these seeds of competition.
Can I give you the other side of that coin, if that's okay? If I might.
No.
Just kidding. just in a way of me thinking about it, right? Because let's say, all right, that's your perspective on it. I don't disagree with you. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that seems very stressful to even put yourself in that situation.
Yeah. But
at the same time, girls and guys, and shout out to two great guys I've met from The Bachelor. Yeah. Shout out Clayton and Greg Grippo. Both of y'all are awesome, by the way. And I've had really just dope conversations with both of them. But
isn't that like shout out to all the ladies?
I'm just saying I've met two. I'm just saying I've just met two great guys. Those are the two.
Actually, though, all the girls that I've met that have been on the show, I adore and are close people in my life.
Yeah. I'm just saying
not
more,
all of them, but
I'm just saying them more because I was just like those are two.
Let me clarify. Not all of them are close, super close to me in my life, but all of them are great. Okay,
all
sorry.
All right. Let me say the other side of this coin.
Flip it.
Wouldn't you say that would your experience, for example, wouldn't you say that is the experience of women in America? Not saying that that's right, but that even if it's not 25, let's say that a girl, it thinks that she's talking to a guy. How many girls are here in Nashville right now think that they're talking to a guy and that guy is talking to 10 different girls?
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, is it different from that to having a camera on it?
No, I know it still goes on. I'm just saying it's like romanticized. Like they think that is romantic. Oh, out of all these 25 girls that I just competed with, he chose me. It's like, no, like, don't you just want to be chosen? Not because you have to be up against and compared to, and you know what I mean?
Well, then we wouldn't have a show.
I know. But I know what you're saying. It's going to happen anyways.
Yeah,
but
it's going to happen
anyways. That's just
anyways.
my thoughts. I'm not that invested. I don't care that much.
No, for sure. I was just saying, yeah, you're competing in one way or another at the end of the day. It's just, human nature. Not saying that that's always the right way, but
that's what I think is such a bummer. Like, I don't like that about our dating culture. Like, because that is the root of it is lack of commitment, and no one will commit to even just getting to know one person until they decide they don't want to get to know that person anymore. It's like, I was one of those people. I talked to multiple people at a time. Like, it just, it hinders us in the long run in life, in my opinion, to not be able to like hone in, focus, and commit yourself.
You should produce a dating show that is around that premise.
No one would watch.
How you know? I mean, you got The Ultimatum. You got Love Is Blind. They have to.
They're still choosing out of all this pool.
But they're not basing it on people. But they're taking away what they're originally basing it off of. Like if you gave yourself a pool of people and base it on looks, or you base it on their voice, that's completely different as well. Because then you are basing it off of how you feel and what your connection is towards that person, based upon when you first saw me, it was more based on what my physical attributes were. You didn't know my personality. You didn't know my personality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just,
let me see those hands by the way.
Like Raya is a perfect example of the Bachelor just in modern day.
I said I was part of the problem. I said I was part of the problem.
I'm just saying that Raya and the Bachelor is one's televised, one's not in a sense. I'm just giving the other side of it.
No, I agree. I was part of the problem.
Yeah.
I was hurt. The Bachelorette turned me into this.
But I get why specifically you would have beef. Why there would be beef, or why there would be a hold on why you'd want to watch that show again. And there's a little PTSD. Like people get PTSD from relationships, and like you said, you've moved on. I'm an avoider. But
it was triggering for me, and so I was just like, that's just, I don't need it in my life. So just avoid the show at all costs.
I mean, and I'm not blaming you for that. That is pretty wild information.
Moved on with my life.
Did we just break news on the podcast, or was that
maybe? Honestly, like if anyone was really plugged in with me and my ex at that time, I feel like they would have known because of the tweets and stuff. Like there was photos.
Yeah, but again, it was I mean, maybe.
But if you weren't really plugged in, or you're just finding us now and you have no clue what I'm talking about, it's probably for the best.
Well, now people are gonna do their research.
Everyone's married, and
people are.
That was 8 years ago. Like everyone's like, "Look, she's still talking about." No, I just that's my issue with the Bachelorette.
All I can see now, because of the crazy amount of things that has happened in our life, I could just see TMZ breaking the article. Dum, dum, dum. You know how the entrance of I'm 100% joking.
Yeah,
but no one will care.
Not one soul will care.
Nobody will care. It's okay, baby.
I'm okay. I'm saying all that to say.
I'm messing with you.
I think we're gonna watch it this season.
Yeah.
To keep up for you guys.
Of course.
You know, we got to stay in the loopity loop. The
loopity loop.
But we've already missed the premiere, which is so like us.
Premiere was yesterday.
Yeah, we're just always like 1-2 days behind.
You know, like I said, catch it when you catch it.
Yeah. Oh. But moving on, I think I would like to go ahead and hop to Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
I just feel like that's important to get to.
Yes. Ryan Reynolds is like, I already loved Ryan Reynolds. He is slowly becoming one of just like my favorite people, just to be
entrepreneur wise. Yeah.
Yes.
Dreamer
wise, he's living my dream right now.
I was actually going to ask you that question when I saw this article.
He's living my dream.
I thought to myself, this is one of Jackie's dreams.
Yes.
So what we're talking about is Ryan Reynolds, and is it Rob McKinney?
Rob McKinney, yes, I believe so. And well, if you're talking about the F1, Michael B. Jordan as well.
Oh wow, okay, so yeah, it was a group of investors. But Ryan and Rob, they initially invested in, what's it called, Wrexham.
Well, Wrexham,
a soccer team.
Correct.
And now they're a part of a investors group that just raised $200 million for an F1 team called Alpine. Yep. Has Alpine already been on the reality show?
So Alpine is on the reality show. Alpine, and I don't want to misspeak here. All right, never mind. I was about to misspeak, but yes, Alpine is one of the people that have been originally doing F1. But like, it takes 90 million, 100 million, and that's for one season.
I thought it was like, wasn't it like a $200 or $250 million budget for each season? Like they have a certain amount they can spend.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So each team is capped, because obviously Mercedes could go and spend $1 billion if they wanted to and then not make a dent.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all capped at a certain thing, and then like you've seen on the show, there's a certain period of time where they can't work on the cars, so on and so forth. But what's been so interesting is that these ownership groups now have come into these sports, and like with Wrexham FC, with F1, and
was Wrexham just Rob and Ryan, or was it an investor group?
I believe it was just those two. So
Okay.
so how I understand it is they started Aviation Gin.
Right.
They sold Aviation Gin for $1 billion.
Wow, I didn't know they sold it.
I believe that they sold that. And then what happened, I have this image right here for you so you can see it, that I actually screenshot it yesterday. So these are all the companies that he owns. Wow. So he invested in that Mint Mobile. They got sold to T-Mobile. So he's just been like, I think like right before COVID, or like he's been on this path of
becoming an investor.
Yeah.
He's doing the A-Rod model.
Yep, exactly. So he's hit it big.
And he's married to Blake Lively. Like, he's literally living the dream.
Yeah, he's living the dream. And so just from an investor standpoint, though, it's so brilliant because not only is Ryan Reynolds one of the biggest actors in the world, and one of the biggest superheroes, let's just say that, like he's Deadpool, he now gets to put that attention and shine that light on F1, so F1 becomes something even bigger. I wouldn't be shocked if he bought a pickleball team at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I think I could go pro in pickleball. I genuinely do. And the thought of, and the thought of Ryan Reynolds purchasing a team, I have to try out.
Yeah, I mean, all these celebrities have teams, but what's crazy is, and what's cool is that with these valuations that come out and they get valued at X amount, it's like to buy a pickleball team before COVID was like $100,000. It's now like the opening price is like $3-4 million.
Yeah, that's
and
nuts.
They still have to make a decision on if So, but him buying into this Alpine. I think they say Alpine on the show.
Sorry,
but it's massive. You get to see Ryan Reynolds in the paddock, and you get to see him. It's just becoming this.
Do you think
massive
F1
thing.
wanted the coverage though that it has now, or
Yes.
do you think that they don't
100%.
like? Are you sure? Like, to me, they kind of like were so niche, and now everyone wants to be involved, and I feel like they're. I don't know. It feels kind of bandwagony.
Well, F1 was started, I believe, in like it's founded by like investors in the Middle East. So I think it's like Live Golf. It's like these other things, like they.
So this was their hope.
I think this was their hope, was to bring attention and shine a light on.
I guess why would they do the Netflix documentary if not?
And they were one of the first people to do the Netflix doc. So
yeah,
in my eyes, it's like they always wanted that, and I could see it coming from a mile away. Like, you just be like, it's so luxurious. They are in Monaco every single year. They always race these tracks. There's hundreds of millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. It's the most expensive sport.
God, so crazy.
And it's like, think about the NBA, but there only being 20 NBA players.
Yeah.
Or 20, or what, 12 teams? Mm-hmm. And there only being 2 guys per team. And those being the only guys in the world that get to be professional at this specific sport. And they're athletes too, and they're actually adding 2 new teams. So Audi will be a new team.
Oh, that's hot.
It's hot. Yeah, Audi will be a new team, and I think GM Cadillac and Ford will be, or GM will be a team, and I think Ford will be a team.
The Ford merch, F1 Ford merch.
Well, they used to be in F1, and then they left, and now I think they're going to be back. They're going to be back in it. They're entering back in.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So it's super cool to see, and I'm sure Ryan Reynolds will have TV camera crews out there probably doing his own thing. Like,
yeah, I could just watch him all day.
Oh, could you now?
He's just so funny.
Yeah.
Charming. Ultra soft. Speaking of the documentary, though, we've been catching up on the tennis one, the Breaking Point one.
Yeah, Breaking Point.
It had new episodes, and I am so inspired. What's that face for?
No, it's my think face. Sorry.
Oh, no. What the heck's going on in there?
Thinking about what I'm going to say next.
Okay, anyways, I'm so inspired. Like, when I watch them, I just think about the fact that like I truly feel like if I was if I was so focused and trained, I could be a killer on the courts. Maybe not tennis, or maybe not like a sport. I don't know, just anything in life.
I would love to see inspiring. I would have loved to have seen you try that sport. I think you could have been good at it. It's always like, I always feel that way. I know tennis players will probably listen to that and be like, "Oh, they just make it look so easy." Like it's a hard sport for sure.
No, absolutely.
I would say this: my basketball coach in college, Tim Jankovic, shout out. He became an avid tennis player at like 45. Like picked it up.
Really?
Like started picking it up and was like just became a tennis player. And he was actually like, people were, because he was like, Jack, we got to get out there and play. We got to get out there and play. I'm like, okay, coach. All right, cool. But I guess word got back that he was like nice. Like because he would, everyone gets the coaches get that break period in the summer. He would always go to Wimbledon. Like he would go to Wimbledon.
I want to go to Wimbledon with you.
I would love to.
No, seriously. Like these documentaries have made me such a sports fan.
Yeah.
Like such a sports fan. LOL. I can't name any of that. Like, no, but I'm so invested. I mean, that's why we went to F1 for your wedding gift. I got you F1 tickets. I'm reminding you, but I'm really telling them.
Yeah.
I would have never done that if it hadn't been for the documentary. So they're doing a good job.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of just shining a light on these different sports. And it's not going to be another 2 years. There's going to be a pickleball documentary because once Ryan, because LeBron already has a team, KD already has a team, whatever, whenever they actually get on ESPN or whatever, it's gonna blow up because I feel like pickleball is still, people are just kind of like,
Wow.
All right, focus.
I'd love to see this arm playing tennis.
I would have loved to have played tennis. I wish I would have. Tennis and golf are two things I wish I would have focused more on in like high school, and I could have done it because it was out of basketball season.
You can only like be pro and not. You can't.
I'm not saying I would go pro. Like, I'm saying I wish I would have just like be like actually like just practiced. Like
we still can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know,
if that golf swing that I had a couple weekends ago is any indication of the type of golfer I could be, I'm pretty gassed up. I could be on maybe PG, maybe become an amateur like in what, like maybe 5-6 years.
You're being dead serious?
Become an amateur in like 5-6 years, get on tour.
You're being dead serious?
I mean, I think I can do anything I put my mind to.
No, I do too. But
I think if I really, really, really decided like every single day, going to a golf course, working on a swing, getting a coach, I will put that on myself that if my knees and my back stay solid, 5 years, I could be an amateur.
It's a big if.
You think so?
You were sore for 3 days after your one good swing.
I wasn't sore. That was because I was lifting and working out. That was my first week of getting back in the gym. Of course I was sore. And that's wow.
I need to see you use the mat I even got you to practice your swing.
You right? I'm saying 100% every day if I work on it. But I'm talking about really go out and hit.
Okay, but what can we work on? What can we work on? See, these are my favorite conversations because I'm just like, there's really no ceiling. There's no ceiling. You put your own ceiling there. Like you can do, and I truly believe it. Like, okay, maybe you can't. I'm probably not going to be like an Olympic swimmer, but like I could be a great swimmer. I could be Olympic worthy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, who knows? I don't want to swim. But I'm just saying, like, I genuinely feel like where there's focus and where there's passion and where there's, like, intention, fruit will grow.
People are going to walk away from this episode and be like, y'all need to call us the Delusional podcast.
No, I truly think that, like, Ryan Reynolds, delusional. If you want to play that game.
To be successful, I think you have to be delusional.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you have to be.
His wife could look at him and be like, you're crazy. We're not spending like either the next 5 generations of our family after they sold Aviation Gin. Either the next 5 generations of our family are taken care of, or you're going to go take a risk on this Wrexham team. Like, what are you going to choose? She could have done that. I don't know what their conversations look like, but she could have done that. Or
I bet you Blake Lives is a little more understanding.
No, that's what I'm saying. Or she could have done what she probably did, which was support him and say, yeah, let's do it. Like, you have to be a little crazy and a risk taker to really like chase your dreams. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, you do. I mean, there was many times, I'm sure you as well. Like, people will legit think, like, when I told people, they're like, wait, you're going to do another year of high school in Connecticut? At all boys school?
People always got something to say.
What? I was at the grocery store working. They're like, why would you ever go and do that? I'm like, because that's what I want to go do, and I think it's the best decision for me.
But even like, that's what I think about even with this podcast. So the other things that we're pursuing, right? Like, I'm sure there's so many people out there that know us personally or like from our hometowns that are got lots of
they flapping
lame things to say
they flapping their gums
about us. Oh, they only whatever, or they why are they doing that? Who cares? That's literally where I get where I'm like, who cares? Like, I see my future and I see the things that I want, and it's not a matter of who's paying attention to them on whether or not I can do them. I don't care if we get 0 views or 1 million views or anyone's listening or not.
Agreed.
Like, I'm still doing something that I wanted to do.
Agreed. And
so I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
And get better at it and learn and grow. And that's just.
And that's on discipline.
That's on discipline.
And that's on focus.
And that's on focus.
And that's on growth.
And that's on growth.
And that's on getting it done.
And that's on getting it done.
And that's on, did I say belief already?
No.
And that's on belief.
And that's on belief.
I love it. You know what? I'm love that we're just two people that just wanna just head down the road.
Just do. If there's something you want to do, just do it. Like,
I can't
make
stress
the
that
time. I say this, like, even like this has been a speech of mine for a long time in Bible study, because for many years, even myself, like, I wouldn't commit to things like during the week or whatever. When I committed to a Tuesday night group and I said, I'm going, if I'm in town, no matter what, I'm going. We changed our engagement trip flights back early so that I could go to group, because it was important to me. It was something that mattered to me. It was something I wanted in my life. It was an uncomfortable change because I had to say no to things. I had to sacrifice things. A lot of times just didn't want to go because I was having a bad day, or I didn't want to see these girls, or I felt this or I felt that. Make a commitment for the person that you want to become, or for the things that you want to do, and stick to them.
Preach.
Make no excuses. Like, it changed my life because I committed to it, even on the weeks I didn't want to, or even on the days that I was over it. Like, that is and I feel that way about dating. I feel that way about marriage. Like,
dating.
Yes. Like,
who you dating?
You. But seriously, like, you're gonna have days where you're like, I don't know. See it through. Commit yourself. Like, that is to me the formula that I'm learning, that the Lord is revealing to me in so many aspects. My faith, the days that I don't feel good enough, that when I feel like I've completely just been disobedient and all these things, what's that going to do with me or for me if I just sit in that and I don't wake up and go, okay, no, but I still want at the end of the day to be like such a disciple, like in such a warrior. Like, I want to be a warrior for the kingdom. How do I get there? It's not by just giving up and quitting on a random day. It's by committing myself to the process of becoming that person. Yeah. And we're committed to the process of becoming great podcasters and great entrepreneurs. Yes. And you just got to do it. You got to let people laugh at you. You got to laugh at yourself, you know? Baby, and you got to suck a little.
Yes, I love that. You definitely have to sit in the not being so good moments, you know, because I think there's times we get off this podcast and we're just like, yesterday, I don't know about that one, but like you said, I completely agree with you that it is just, it takes a focus, it takes a laser like focus, and my basketball coach always used to say, like, the margin is like razor thin. Like the margin between you being really, really good is just like that extra whatever it is in your life. Like taking that extra this, or you take that, in either way, you have to know that it's going to fall one way or the other. And what's only going to put you over the top and make you great is those little minute, it's not ever the big things that happen. It's those very small, minute things of like, for example, like the ball going out of bounds. The ball's about to go out of bounds. Do I go and try to run over there and grab it? Or do I dive on the floor, try to scoop it with my hand and try to throw it behind me and try to make a play? Like that's where it's so thin. And that's why people don't ever really, some people just don't ever reach that next point because they're not willing to do the little things. It just is what it is. And I'm guilty of doing that sometimes, you know, like not doing those little things and just kind of being like, oh, okay. And it could be because you're tired, because of whatever, you know, what are you going to allow to hold you back at the end of the day? And I just have that inner dialogue where I'm like, no, I'm not settling. I'm not settling. I'm not settling. I'm not settling. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful and spot on. Because even like our wake up calls, like we were running late this morning, like I need this conversation for myself because I know I'm better at this job when I give myself time to wake up. And I command my flesh, my body, nope, we're getting up. You may be tired, we're getting up, because you've committed yourself to doing this, to the process of getting better at this, and we're going to set ourselves up for success. Like I need to be better about that. But it made me think about the quote you loved last night from the coach to the women's tennis player Iga.
Yes, Iga. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's like she's from Poland.
I don't know how to say it.
But he said yesterday, and I was like, thought this was just such a great quote. Yeah. Were they already there in New York City, or it doesn't matter? Yeah, they were. They get to New York. They for the U.S. Open. She's doing massage or she's doing whatever, getting worked out before she's about to go into the gym, and her pops or coach says, "We came here for trophies. We're not tourists. We didn't come here to we didn't come here to look around and to walk down the street and look at the Empire State Building. We came here to win a tournament. We are not tourists." Yeah. And I thought I was like, yo,
that's the 1 degree.
I was like, yeah, that's that 1 degree. That's that 1% where it's like, no. And she's 21. And it's like
she's 21 and she's
had number 1 in the world.
In 2022, she was number 1 in the world, but she won every major title tournament that she went to.
Yeah, and so literally
including the U.S. Open.
Yeah, and that's why she's great. And I just thought that was epic, because I was like, you understand that, but then for somebody to say it and then for her to be a legend, pretty much legendary at 21. He's like, we didn't come here to be tourists. We came here to win trophies. Yeah. That's what it was.
And you think, like, when you hear that quote, you think of a coach that's like, rah, 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 rah. No, they were all so chill, so calm. She had a mental coach with her at all times, a psychologist with her at all times, walking through how to deal with stress, with these things, with whatever. Literally. The intensity of it all. And I thought it was so cool too. They had to walk down like a busy street or whatever, and she was like, I don't like all the loud noises, it distracts me. And she literally said, so I don't go to those places, I don't whatever. The next scene they show her reading her book or whatever in a pool at the hotel. And it's so, I turned to Jack and I said, and see, that's what's so powerful and important, is to know, like, we all have distractions, we all have things that we're battling against giving into. It's to know what those things are and to choose different. Yeah. You have a choice in the matter. She doesn't have to just succumb to, well, there's a team dinner or there's this or that, and so I need to go and I'll be strong enough. No, it's knowing that is not good for me for the job that I'm here to do. Yeah. And I think that's like a bigger like lesson when it comes to even like Christianity. Like, I need to remind myself of this, like, of the things that distract me, the things that tempt me. Like, no, that does not serve my bigger purpose of why I'm here and what I'm here to do. Yeah. Like, as a disciple for Christ or whatever. Like, and now that opens a whole nother can of worms, but like, it was just so good. It was so good. Yeah. And actually, I know I'm rambling, but you helped me with this weekend. When I was like I was very emotional. I was really struggling. I have a history of like slipping into depressive states, and I was like teetering that point, and I didn't want to really do anything. I just wanted to sleep and cry. And you were like, let's go play ping pong. Let's read our Bible. Let's go for a walk. Let's get out of the house. Like we've had so many conversations about that of like, hey, I know these are my, these are the signs that I'm leading in this direction.
Yeah.
And these are the things that will pull me out. Can you help remind me of those things? And so it was so powerful, because sometimes it is hard to remind yourself those things, and I'm trying to get better at that discipline, but it was so helpful to just like command my body to do something else and say, no, we're not settling for that. Like, we're on a different path, and we're gonna like, anyways, we're gonna choose different, because a week of being depressed will distract me from my calling, will distract me from the things that I want, the whatever. And like, depression is not of my God, it's of the enemy, and I don't want to partake in that. Like, it's just so powerful, and we have so much more of, I don't know, a choice than I think we like to realize or take responsibility for.
100%. We definitely, I mean, I don't even want to follow that up, because just that's very well said, you know? So I really do think that, you know, we're in our, I love to hear you say that. And I love to, focus and those things, like that's what gets me going, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to like get to something, trying to not only accomplish the goal, but then like accomplishing it, and then be like, okay, cool, did that one, on to the next thing, and just kind of just like leveling up, and just growing. And I want to be able to be in June 26th 27th of next year and be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna replay this episode.
Exactly, 100%. So yeah,
I love you.
I'm proud of you. I love you too.
This is one of my favorite things about our marriage, and like, I would say one of the biggest reasons why I chose to say yes to marrying you is this part of who you are. Like, it motivates me, it excites me. The psychotic part. Well, just the determined, committed part of you. It's something that I knew I had in me, but it was not refined whatsoever, and I struggled to like stay motivated and things like that. And you've just taught me so much in that sense. And I just think most everything in life is a matter of commitment.
100%. I think that's where it starts. You got to be committed to something in order to set the goal and, you know, have a dream. If, you know, Denzel, I'm going to come back and say this tomorrow, but Denzel had a really great quote that I'm sure people have heard before, but he was just talking about, I don't even want to butcher it, but I'll bring it up. We'll start tomorrow.
Off the episode tomorrow with it.
Yeah. Denzel Washington said something really profound, and I know the words in my head, but I don't know. I just want to communicate the message.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Yes.
We'll start it off with that quote.
We'll do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
I don't know if any housewives or anything come on tonight, but speaking of distractions, Lord, we're in the middle of our process.
Orange County comes out Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
Martha's Vineyard is over.
Yeah.
And Bachelorette is starting. And Love Island.
We probably have a new one of those.
Yeah, we got a new one of those. And yeah, I was trying to think if there was something else. You know what is getting ready to start here pretty soon?
Miami.
Welcome to Big Brother.
Oh, no.
We won't talk about that. I'll just keep that to myself.
Okay. Oh, I don't like how my hair does this behind the headphones. Anyhow.
Look cute.
Moving on.
All right.
Love you guys.
Have
Happy Tuesday.
Great Tuesday.
Have an amazing Tuesday.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, comment, follow. Add us to your library. Let us know your grievances or your...
I'm sure there'll be some after this episode.
That's okay. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
You.
Yeah.
Talk to y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.